Hi, I want to thank you for coming to our website and watching this video. This video will focus on the things that occur after your green card interview. So when we talk to our immigration clients, obviously many of them are stressed for very obvious reasons leading up to that green card interview, and then it happens and there's a big sigh of relief. And then additional questions come because not everything is entirely clear. The person who has interviewed you for the green card maybe won't give you all of the answers to all of your questions as clearly as you might like. So I'm going to talk about the two different contexts that someone might interview you for a green card. First, I'm going to talk about the adjustment of status, which means you're interviewed in the United States, versus the consular process, where you're interviewed at an embassy or consulate for the United States outside of the country. And because what happens after that interview is going to be a little different. But by and large, still follow kind of the same basic guidelines. So when you're adjusting status, meaning that you've applied for a green card from within the United States, you're going to get that interview. And if you get approved, you're going to get a letter that they will mark. Well, whether you get approved or denied, they're going to give you a letter and they'll mark. Generally, if it's recommending approval, they'll mark a spot that says, I'm recommending approval. That's not the same as an approval, okay? So you do need to be aware that it's not approved if you got that green card in your hand. So they'll mark that I'm recommending for approval. And there's, I've seen a couple of iterations of this paragraph that explains, why they're recommending approval. They might also check, I'm recommending not to approve this for additional reasons, or I'm requesting additional review, or those kinds of things. So there might be additional security or background checks that follow your green card interview. At the consular process, you're going to get the same thing. If you get denied, you should definitely be given a list of reasons that your visa could get denied, and the one that they have cited should be marked. If you get approved, they're going to put a stamp in your passport, and that's going to act as proof of your residency status and give you permission to come into the United States until you get that green card in the United States. Additionally, you should receive a sealed immigration packet that you should not open under any circumstances. You'll give it to the border agent or in the airport as you come into the United States. Other things that could happen after the interview is if you are a marriage-based applicant and again, this shouldn't happen so long as your marriage is legitimate. But if the interviewing officer suspects that maybe your marriage isn't entirely legitimate, you could have a second interview that kind of goes into detail about your marriage and gives you that opportunity to explain away discrepancies. So if you get a request for that second follow-up interview, definitely talk to an attorney and go over with him or her the details of your first interview. Yeah, definitely check in with somebody. As far as the approval and denial and what you can do, if you get denied for whatever reason, or if it looks like you're going to get denied for any reason, talk to a lawyer. If you get an approval, you should get the green card within, I'd say, 30 to 60 days. We also have an additional article and video about what happens if that green card doesn't show up as promptly as you might hope. So again, we hope that the process flows smoothly, but one of the practical realities that you need to have going into dealing with USCIS is that they are a large organization and there's a lot of room for human error in the process. And so we've seen cases with long delays in the issuance of green cards and those kinds of things. Certainly not all of the time, but definitely not so limited in scope that it never happens. So be ready to have an attorney that you can talk to if there's anything that's outside of the norm. But also be aware that norm here, we're talking 2 months to get that green card after that interview. So hopefully this video has been helpful to you. It's given you good and actionable information. If you liked it, or if you just want to know more about this area of our practice at our firm, you can visit us at tingenwilliams.com, where we have 600 plus legal informational articles on our Access knowledge base on a variety of different practice areas. So we hope to see you there, and have a good one.